I'm going to write some notes down for myself because you know what? I do a little thing for the podcast called preparing.
Yeah. When you get here, that's really admirable. That's amazing how you do that.
And, I've got things to talk about too. You can't just all be one. This can't be all what's on your mind podcast. What about me, Josh? I'm getting a lot of emails from Jewish Twitter.
Yeah.
I went with Jewish Twitter because I was going to say Black Twitter, but then where am I going to go with it?
Right, exactly.
If I say I got letters from Black Twitter,
you've ripped yourself into a corner.
I'm 30 seconds in from a bad impression, yes. Or Bill Maher's, or a Bill Maher type impression, or trying to be cool.
Right.
Which I never. I really think black people.
That's a belly flop waiting to happen.
I know, but I really feel that African Americans, black people, and African Americans both.
They're united.
Are cool
in their distaste.
They're cool, and I know people can go, well, that's a racial thing. You're saying. I'm just saying they're more, they're better than white people in every way.
Yeah, that's
not right. That's not right. This is not. I don't think this is the way you fight.
Is there someone waiting outside for you or something? What's happening?
I think they just look. The thing is, they've studied their genes, and they have more nice genes.
They do wear nice jeans.
Oh, see,
I told you were taking it such a great place.
Memo about
you were taking it such a wonderful place.
I have a little thing that you don't have, which is called sophistication. I'm able to talk about these the kind of things that you only hear talked about on Tavis Smiley.
Really?
Is your doggy outside?
No.
All right. I'm sorry.
But thanks for asking.
I'll stick with the Jewish Twitter.
Okay.
Don't take out the Black Twitter because I want people to see.
What would it sound like, though, if you were actually on Tavis Smiley?
Tavis Smiley. Welcome to the Tavis Smiley Show. I'm Tavis Smiley. Tonight my guest is Cher. Cher, when you did the song Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves.
You couldn't alter the impression. You just couldn't alter your impression.
Well, what is the thing?
It was you. What was the sound like with you on Tavis Smiley? And you had to go Cher because that's what the bit you wrote.
Oh, well, what about me on Tavis Smiley?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could barely remember the bit I wrote, if that's any help.
It didn't help me.
No. I'm all, okay. Today my guest on Tavis Smiley is Andy Kindler. He's a comedian. Now, Andy, I have to ask you.
When you did Gypsies, Tramps.
When you did Gypsies, how come you don't enjoy Cornel West? Well, because he called Obama a war criminal. That made me very angry. Okay. Well, why did you suggest this bit? You should suggest a bit. I noticed. I look over there. He's drinking coffee. He thinks he can take off. He's going to take off now. Oh my God! You saw that as a time for
I was in a radio station once in like somewhere in I think it was maybe Wyoming. I think it was Gillette, Wyoming. I was on the road, obviously. It wasn't a vacation spot. And I go in with the feature act of this radio station, and the DJ who's behind glass goes, "All right, we got the two comedians from the comedy club. Okay, you guys interview each other." And then he like shuts off his mic and just sits back. And I'm just sitting there bantering while giving him the finger the whole time. Just holding.
What was he? This was his last day?
Apparently, I don't know. Or he was just sick of the last three comedians, apparently. Well, I ain't going to get a word in edgewise with these fellers.
We have Andy Kindler with us. I heard you don't like Jay Leno.
What would it sound like you and being on Jay Leno's show? Go.
I hear you have a problem with Jay Leno, right? I hear you have a problem with him, right?
So, Andy, it's nice to have you on the show finally. I can't go back and forth.
We can't do it.
I can't go back and forth.
We are lucky to have lived through a time period where we experienced the morning zoo. A lot of people can't tell their kids.
Yes.
That they listen to the craziness of the morning zoo. I was just
on the air last week in Minneapolis with one of the morning zoo, who's no longer a morning zoo guy, but he was the morning zoo guy of my youth.
Oh, and what did he sound like?
He was John Hines. He was John Hines. Here it used to be Hines and Berglund, 99.09, 99.9 KOLOL, WLOL.
And he was
Minnesota. It's hard. There's K's and W's because
why is that? Because
the Mississippi goes right through it. And
this is a lot of people. In other words, what you're saying is the Mississippi. Why is the Mississippi? Is that where the time zones change?
That's where the radio prefix changes. Everything on the west of it is K. Or no, I'm sorry. Yeah, K.
Have you heard my parody song about
what are we here? Are we W or are we K?
Have you heard my parody song about the daylight savings time? I'm a time zone cowboy. Bang bang.
Really? And did you write that?
You got to take the rest of it.
Did you write that in 76?
I just wrote it 2 seconds ago.
Well, that's not
I couldn't even hear what you were saying. I know your lips were moving, but I was listening even less than I normally do.
That was good.
To get that in. I'm a time zone cowboy. Bang, bang.
Yeah, it was the bang, bang that really brought it up to date.
What if we had to be a terrible duo from the past? That was what we were.
Well, we're already a terrible duo from the present. So
yeah, but we're humorous.
We just changed clothes.
But we're just humorous now.
That's true. Yeah,
it's not the pressure of, hey, Josh, is your penis okay? I don't know what they used to talk about.
That's day one.
What did they used to
talk about? Day one,
about?
That's your first thing out of the shoot.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, it's Josh and Andy in the morning. Hey, Josh, how's your penis? We just lost another market, Andy. Thank you very much.
Did I ever tell you that my penis has shorties tattooed on it? I have mentioned that on the podcast?
You have, yes.
Are you sure?
I'm certain of it.
Because when it gets extended. Wow. Shorty's Pizzeria, we deliver Escobar calzones. Hey, we're starting a new Mexican line. Can you imagine that being tattooed in your penis?
That's a lot of penis tattooing.
I add an attachment to that last bit.
Yeah.
What can you say that's not a dick joke? It doesn't sound like a dick. People think on the Real Housewives, they're so clever, they were able to tie your comment. Oh, that's, I think you're 6 inches from the curb. I wish someone was 6 inches from my vagina. That kind of thing.
Wow. That's why you enjoy the show so much.
I do enjoy them, but I'm starting to think of them as, I watched 3 of them, the New Jersey Housewives, Orange County, right, and Beverly Hills. And I'm starting to formulate.
You draw the line with those garbage housewives of other places.
I can't watch Dallas and Atlanta. I mean, come on.
I know. That's not
your bad enough.
Those aren't your people.
To go to Dallas. What's that?
Those aren't your people.
No, come on. I resonate with Teresa Giudice.
Yeah.
Giudice.
Yeah, I can't correct you.
I don't know. It sounds like I'm making fun of Italians. That's not what I'm about, Josh.
No, you.
Okay, I want to bring
You're
up.
You're an equal opportunity offender, Andy.
Oh, I love when you say that. Welcome to Thought Spiral, where all your thoughts
come to die.
See, I shouldn't read an email. I got that from an email. Like a catchphrase email.
Yeah.
So I thought I would introduce the show formally. Welcome to Thought Spiral. I'm one of your 2 hosts, Andy Kindler.
I'm the other host.
That's so terrible. That's a waste. That'll be a waste of time if we did that. Why are they doing that on their show? Whoever's doing that.
No one's doing that.
I'm Schminky. I'm Pookie.
Well, Schminky and Pookie are doing it, but no one else.
All right. Well, our last show, Test Show 26. Now, you know 26.
That's half a year.
Okay. Now, when this is coming out, this is the thing I told Josh before I did this podcast. I said, I don't want these situations where I have to say a phony day.
Yeah.
It's got to be real, baby. It's got to be real. Now, I can't say about the 26th show because this is going to be 9 weeks from now.
No, we're a week ahead. Like
it's going to be next Monday?
Yes.
That's cutting it too close.
Okay, well, let's stop, come back.
And figure it out.
Come back next week.
So 26 test show. 26 is my lucky number. My dad and Susan's dad was born in 1926.
Wow.
And we proposed to each other on 9/26/2001.
You proposed to each other?
No. Oh, that's a Freudian. What? Well, I mean, I proposed and she said yes. It's an exchange of vows. Right. What are you? Who are you, Jerry Springer now?
What are you? I'm a listener, Andy.
What are you,
I know it's a foreign concest to you, but I was kind of listening to what you're saying.
Have you ever watched those?
Reacting.
Have you ever watched those
shows? As opposed to going, what can I say next? I think something. Oh, it's been a long time since I talked.
God. Now, would you call this impressions or this more like your cartoon voiceover voice?
That was your internal Homer Simpson, maybe? I don't know.
Well, now, have you ever seen these shows like Steve Welko or I don't know what they are, but they're a show where it's like 2 people are fighting.
Yeah.
I can't believe you took my baby. And then the other one's yelling, you're not my mother, and they take a test. And then there's always one guy who's like, watch it, he's going to beat them up.
The security guy?
Yeah, but I think in this show, the security guy.
Springer innovation.
Right, but I think this guy is the security guy. Steve Welko.
Was he? Oh, he was the bald security guy from Jerry Springer.
Now he's got his own show.
Sure, why not?
You know why? Because he hasn't been trained like Jerry Springer.
Exactly, in his city council hooker mongering way.
Jerry Springer, I don't care that we vote similarly. I can't believe, if it's true, that he actually wrote out checks when he had hookers.
I think that's the story.
I don't want to say hookers like I'm familiar with the term.
Right.
And I'm not saying I've ever been with a hooker. I'm beginning to think some of these Thai massages are a little suspect.
Yeah, how many have you had to figure that out?
I need to have 7 more to see if they all end the same way.
To get your
where the person says,
and you get your card punched.
Would you like this to end a certain way? And I go, oh, that is odd you'd bring it up. First of all, you're going to get me in trouble with my wife, who everyone is saying I threw under the bus, but did I throw her under the bus, or did I just talk about throwing her under the bus?
It was both, really. You threw her under the bus and then realized that you had thrown her under the bus, but didn't apologize or.
Because now she's talking to me. She's edging towards going to listen to another episode.
Uh-oh.
That's what I'm getting the feeling.
Oh, shit.
She's downloaded the bug.
Yeah.
It's through something. She's getting us through somewhere.
Okay.
And that means, and then she's reading on Twitter or something. She's looking at all these pictures that Casanova Frankenstein is drawing.
Okay. He's not actually drawing them, but that doesn't really matter.
You told me he posed 75 dogs on a shoot.
Yes,
once
well, he's
for that shoot.
He's an artist.
And there's another guy called Push 'em Up, Perush 'em Up.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's happening because I don't look. All I think of all week, Josh.
He's gonna love your pronunciation.
Perusha Shop.
Right. Okay.
All I do all week is think about you and whether you're happy with me or not. That's all I think about.
Really? That's
well, not all,
so
but it's
incredibly sad.
It's one of the worries I have. So one of the worries I have is when when the podcast comes out and I'm not on it. So today
you were just like dynamic podcast host guy.
Hello.
You did a tweet promoting it.
It was so good. It's totally from scratch.
You returned random emails, which was cool.
I know. I started going on an email thing, but all I see in my mind when I'm doing that is you looking at me approvingly, and that's all I care about.
Really?
No, I want to actually. This is part of my life. People don't know that I'm in recovery from OCD and ADD.
No, I think they know. I mean, they might not know the recovery part. But.
No, I lied about that. I have OCD and ADD, but we like to say that we're in recovery.
Sure.
I'm a friend of OCD. Okay, look, I don't know.
I'm a friend of capital B, little I, little L, little L. See, that was the OCD spelling of Bill.
Oh.
Yeah, I took a swing.
Well, no, Tom Sharpling, he has friends of Tom.
Yeah.
But I think it's based on Bill W., right?
I don't know.
I don't know. Why am I taking up time on our podcast trying to figure out another podcast? I can't even do our podcast right.
No, you can some days.
I'm on tonight. Now, this is the thing. I'm on tonight like I'm on a drug.
Yeah.
I'm not on a drug.
No? No drug?
No drug. I'm no pot.
Yeah.
I did smoke pot earlier.
Okay, here it comes.
No, here's the deal. Right. I smoked pot. Are you afraid that we're going to get busted about the pot talk?
Why?
I don't know, because I'm afraid, because I remember I told you a couple of months ago I was walking around and I was realizing, oh, maybe it's legal that I'm smoking pot on the street.
It's
probably
not on the street, but
where do they want you to do it?
To smoke pot.
Right, but they're going to come up to me and what are they going to say? Do you have trouble sleeping? Prove to me right now you have trouble sleeping.
Well, at least carry your card. Oh, you don't have a card. Oh shit.
Well, I've been thinking about you.
Yeah.
And your tough love doctor. I still find that an odd.
What tough love doctor?
The doctor who's supposed to be a marijuana doctor.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go in there and go pick from this list of what your ailments are, and the doctor's telling you, I don't think you have.
No, that's not the story I told.
It's not?
No, it's not even close.
It is close to the story you told.
No, it's really not.
All right. You tell me what you think you said.
No, the last one, it wasn't hard at all. It was the goth girl doctor, and they ask you questions, but it was the tough girl at the desk was a little bit like, you are not new patient. you are a new patient, not renewal, because you did not get your thing here.
Now, are you making fun of an ethnic group here, or are you selling out
nationality? It's
is
not
it
really.
More...
I can't speak to her ethnicity, but her nationality was clearly Russian.
Oh, wait a second. This is the thing again. You have finally introduced something that I thought would be happening all through the podcast. I didn't realize that there's a difference between ethnicity and what's the other word you used?
Nationality.
Yeah. I'm not. I might know it now that you said it, but previously I would mix up those two.
Okay.
Nationality is American, right? I'm an American, right? Is that
That's
nationality?
Your nationality.
But then when you have people like
and your ethnicity, sadly,
Jew,
all Jew.
But there's a little wiggle room in there.
Sure, according to the 23andMe readout.
What was that one? Half past. Why was this ever popular?
I don't know.
Half past the cow's ass. A quarter to? Is it a quarter to its balls or according to its balls?
I've never heard any of that.
You've never heard this?
No.
I'm not bringing it up.
I'm disputing how popular it was, really.
Well, I think it was very popular, and the reason why I bring it up is because I found a lot of those things annoying when I was a kid. Public domain. Someone's working in the kitchen. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. I didn't care about any of that. But this one seemed like a pun. Half past the cow's ass. And I thought it was a quarter to its balls. And someone has brought up that it's according to its ball. It's nothing. It can't be. Oh, I bet it is according to its balls. You are a comedy aficionado.
Yeah.
What do you think would be a funnier joke, even though you don't endorse the joke either way?
I don't really endorse the joke, and I'm still questioning its context.
Half past the cow's ass.
Is that the answer to what time is it?
Yes. It's like someone's asking you what time it is, and you're 7 years old, and you don't probably have a watch even, but you want to mock the person because that's what you do when you're 7 years old. Says who? Says you. That kind of thing.
Right. I see, said the blind man.
As he broke the hammer and saw.
Right. Or however you say it.
Yeah.
I say it differently.
I can't believe that you had such a unfortunate upbringing.
It's Minnesota. We do a lot of things differently.
I know, it's crazy.
Duck, Goose. Did you ever play that as a kid?
I do. I did. I know what it is. I don't know what it is.
See, but in Minnesota, we play Duck, Gray Duck.
That's ridiculous. You're just lying now.
No.
Why don't you? I could come here
but
and lie
we're the
too.
only state in the union, apparently, in which that exists. But it exists widespread throughout the state.
Duck, Gray Duck?
So you go like blue duck, purple duck, red duck, gray duck, as opposed to duck.
Well,
duck,
first
goose.
of all, I don't understand the game. So you're saying it in a way.
First of all, it's more creative.
Is it musical chairs?
Than the other 49 states.
Well, how is
It's
the game?
kind of music. Kids sit in a circle.
Okay.
Someone's it. They walk.
Why does this have to be with every game that we have to make someone the scapegoat?
They're not the scapegoat. They're the power position.
No, they used to say when I was a kid, you're going to be the Jew again.
All right. Well, that's
And us against the
that's
Jews.
Jew in the middle is what you were playing.
Jew. So you sit in a circle.
Everyone's in a circle. Person walks around tapping people on the head.
Why? It's rude. Okay. So
All
tap
right.
someone on the head.
So you can't ask me to justify
do
the
your
game.
eyes have to be closed?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, how do you?
I mean, yours can be, but
Okay.
the rest of the kids are sitting there open-eyed. And you, in Minnesota, you go gray duck or blue duck, yellow duck, green duck, touching a head with each color. Then when you hit gray duck, the person gets up, chases you around the circle, and if they catch you before you get to their spot and sit down, then
I would never
you're
allow
still
my
it.
kids to play this game.
No.
This sounds like terror. I'm gonna, like, you know what? When they used to make us play these games, these are not games. They used to have a Dizzy Izzy race. Did you ever have a?
I'm supposed to pretend I'm interested in this after your response?
Do you know what it is?
No.
You go up, you put your head on a baseball bat,
Oh, yeah, I've seen
and you
that.
run around
Right.
in a circle.
Yeah, that's just plain dangerous.
It's stupid. Every time I would do it, I would go 1 foot and go flat. How come kids weren't dying, and why wasn't it stopped?
I don't know. But I was, considering the pogo stick, I kind of
Dizzy.
I'm picturing
Oh,
you.
my
I'm
God.
picturing you hitting hard.
I have a memory of 2 years. I remember maybe playing it 3 years. As many years as we played it, all I remember is falling on my face.
Yeah.
Why don't you just shoot me? Why don't you just literally play? What's the thing where you do the?
Shoot me.
Yeah, but you do
Russian roulette.
Yeah, Russian roulette.
Yeah.
Why do they call? Is it only the Russians would fall for that?
I'd make a nationalistic joke about it, but I don't have one.
But ethnicity wise,
Yes.
well, I just want to say, like, so many things have happened, but there's one thing that was weird, and of course you could please cut it out if you want to. But this Kevin Spacey thing,
Yeah.
the Kevin Spacey thing to me is everything that can go wrong in your life and on Twitter in one tweet, right? Because he says, if I was going to read his tweet,
okay,
I would have read it, and maybe I wouldn't have noticed, look, this is terrible, I must have been drunk, on a subject that has nothing to do with this.
Right.
On a subject that's not necessarily about sexual harassment, I am occasionally gay. Now, that is a horrible, I mean, he got himself into a horrible jam.
He really did.
He really did.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing about Kevin Spacey. I am fascinated by him.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we've talked about him on the podcast before.
I don't think we have.
But he had the greatest, like, Twitter bio in that it was so pretentious, and it was almost like can sing, can dance a little, can act. Every once in a while, I do some acting, underselling, but including it all. And I went nuts on it, and it did change shortly after I went nuts.
Did
on
it? Okay.
Yeah, but he's like one of these people who's he's not believable as a Kevin Spacey, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, no, he's got that. He has a William Shatner
parody of himself.
Yeah,
sort of
it's a
thing,
William Shatner kind of acting.
It's
right?
kind of a William Shatner thing. Yeah. His acting's better than William Shatner.
No. His
At
acting
his best,
is better.
his acting is better. But.
I apologize to Kevin Spacey for saying that, bringing William Shatner into it.
Yeah, but his pomposity.
That's what it is.
Rivals William Shatner.
That's the thing is I think these are the words that he's pompous, he's arrogant too, right? Would you say?
I'd say, oh yeah, I give him that.
What does pompous actually mean? Like, ooh, pomp and circumstance? Oh.
Full of oneself, above others.
Yeah. So what's going to happen with Kevin Spacey? Now, the Schadenfreude was hitting me hard with him.
Was it?
It's not even like I am saying to myself, this is great. This person is going to have trouble. I'm going to revel in their problems. But there just seems something so amazingly brilliant about how blind he was. What a dark blind spot he had.
It was.
Because if you separate the two things, the thing apologizing for the thing was horrible on its own.
Right.
Because it says, I would only do something like that if I was drunk. I don't even know what the apology would be there.
It was like, I don't remember that night, but it sounds like I was a drunk. He was sort of owning it, but it was just it was a sort of it was artistry in the medium of lack of self-awareness.
And the thing is that it's and
I don't know if he was his decision to come out was like, obviously it was to take attention away from part A, but I don't know if it was to like misdirect from people thinking he was a pedophile, going, no, I'm gay. It's not just like I like young guys.
I think the thought didn't even occur to him. It's just like he tied them all together. These are like, it's probably, the thing is, honestly, to come out as gay, and like when I started comedy and all those kind of things, it was the hardest thing in the world to do. So however anybody deals with it, you can understand it.
Right.
But what he did was like, he actually,
I think he thought he was being outed as gay when he was being outed as a predator.
That's right. There's no, in fact, that's the most comments there were on Twitter was like, has nothing to do with your sexual. It's
Right.
almost like it's like an anti-gay person would do what he did in a way, I think he may feel bad. He might feel guilt about being gay. And so he might associate it together.
Well, clearly he has some feelings if this was the first time he publicly talked about it.
Well, let me say this. I don't always know who's gay, and I don't always say I know who's gay, but everybody everybody knew who he was gay only because everybody told me he was gay. Everybody. There's not one person who went, no. Don't get fooled by the hype.
Right.
Didn't you know he was gay? I mean,
you
don't care.
I just didn't give a shit, but had you told me he was gay, I wouldn't have blinked.
Here's the thing. The reason why it bothered me was the way he was doing it then, but I understood it because my private life is my private life. I will bring my mother to the Academy Awards this year. He has that kind of. Where does that come from? That actor voice? Is it the Barrymores? Hello, I'm Kevin Spacey.
I think that's John Lovitz you're doing.
I'm Kevin Spacey. basically, what I was going to say about the first part of it. The first part of it where he goes, I don't remember it, but it sounds like, I don't remember it, but it sounds like, you had a rough time. You know what I mean? It's almost like he's not connected to that. He's not admitting to be connected to the event.
No. He must have been blackout drunk if he was doing something like that, which he's rumored to have done a lot other times too.
Now, this is what Josh is saying. Allegedly, I don't know. And then the other thing that was weird, and I don't want this to get into a thing where it's just Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
And I don't want, but I also don't want a call from you later. God damn it. Because you do this a lot. I told you never to bring up chicken. You do this all the time with me.
To bring up chicken?
No,
chicken hawks?
I was making a thing up, and when I saw your disconsolate exasperation, I knew I had to make it even more ridiculous.
Okay.
But I don't know where I was going. Oh, Kathy Griffin.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Did you see her?
I did. I watched the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I talked about that? I've had a falling out with her. She blocked me on Twitter. We haven't gotten along in many, many years.
Yes. You've prefaced other discussions about Kathy Griffin with that before.
But this got me worried.
Yeah.
And because it seemed like it was on a Randy Quaid level. You know what I mean?
That's a little bit.
And here's the thing. I don't want to talk about people. I do want to talk about people, but I don't want to talk about people. But I do want to talk about people.
Right.
My objection to Kathy was that she always would go after these people. Like she went after Renee Zellweger, and she'd go after these people who didn't deserve, and just start saying they were.
That's a fine line, though, that you're walking.
Look at him. Here it comes.
I'm just.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yes.
Do you think I've done any joke that would be similar to saying, out of the blue, Renee Zellweger is a coked up, is she all coked up?
I don't know your joke inventory. That's not my point exactly.
No. I'm saying that's a cruel. I may do what you consider cruel. I think I did a cruel joke today about James Corden.
Yeah,
but only
because you decided he deserved it.
I don't find him entertaining. Like you told me, you think he's the best host ever,
right?
And you love Song and Dance Man.
Yes, I said all of that.
Yes, and you said, "Have you seen
frequently?"
him
Sometimes I'll call you in the middle of the night.
You say, "Have you watched karaoke?"
Did you see? Did you tape it?
Did you watch Karaoke Cocktail? You'll say to me?
Yes.
But I happen to know that this Keurig coffee is not great coffee. You know it too, even though you claim to not care. It's bland. It's tepid.
Where did that come from?
Because he's doing commercials
for
Keurig. Okay. So I don't buy the commercials. So I was making fun of him, and I called his comedy bland. Now, would you say that's as cruel as I try to avoid going after? I would never call someone a coke addict who wasn't a coke addict.
No, I would say that's bland on bland crime.
But you're telling me it's like I'm calling one kitchenware another kitchenware?
It's the pot calling the kettle bland.
I don't think you could say everybody who has like what you're saying is I'm an edgy comedian, which I appreciate.
Yes, you and Kathy, I think of you in the same breath.
We're edgy comedians. Right. And, someone gets hurt when the edgy comedian takes the stage. Right.
So what's your point about her?
I just felt like that she was getting to the point where she was saying, like, I think, like, it sounded...
It was a little Randy Quaid-y.
Yeah. It was like, what is that called? Like paranoid or I know you're all after me type of thing?
Yeah, and I don't even know if I can dispute her details. You know what I mean? Like the things she was saying weren't outlandish that they happened. The people who didn't back her and
right,
and all that. None of it sounded like, oh, that could never happen in show business. No, people would never turn their back on you after a large controversy. That never happens in this town. She's paranoid.
Well, I know,
but I think the point of it is I question, but
the point of her making the video.
Yeah, but we're comics.
But why did she make the video?
Because she's a comic with a giant ego, and she needed to make the story about her.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is that I've always had gripes with her, but I always have thought she's funny, and here I actually worry about her a little bit because it sounded like...
Well, it's a little late for that, Andy.
What
with
would
the
I
way
do?
you've treated her?
She blocked me on Twitter.
Yeah, for a reason, I'm sure.
Oh, no, please, Josh. And we'll be back with... That's the radio play we most do is Josh as the voice of reason, the voice of God, And the
Are
reason
those the same thing?
I don't know. I'm not good with the voice of examples. Mr. Weinstein?
Yes, Mr. Kindler. Come in.
What time is our next appointment?
Well, we have 5 minutes. Shall we do some blow?
Are we doing a Sherlock Holmesy thing there?
Well, I'm following your lead. I'm yes-anding.
Yes, and. I read an email that said that they enjoyed our radio plays. That's what I read from it.
Yes, and now we've perverted them into something shitty.
Was that from last week?
Yes.
That was the first week of that recurring bit.
Yes, where now it's cemented.
Where we do old Ben Casey's and old Dr. Kildare. Dr. Kildare! Dr. Kildare!
With special guest star, Foster Brooks.
Hello! Why don't we start doing, you know how they do things like the Brady Bunch and they do readings and it's very funny?
Yeah.
Why don't we do just read old Marcus Welby episodes?
For medical students.
For medical students. Or just on our podcast. Just as just like a spin-off podcast.
Sure. I think we have the time for that.
So anything that anyone says, hey, well, maybe I'll do this, they never do that.
How do you mean?
It'd be fun if we did this. No, look. Why do you can't you every once in a while say to me, I don't know what you're talking about.
I think I've said it 3 or 4 times tonight.
Or at least say to me, I don't know what you're talking about, but I like the energy.
I have yet to like the energy. That's
Come
why.
on. I have to say right now, tonight.
You're in the pocket?
I'm in the pocket. For some reason, I'm in the absolute... Now, you tried to take me down with your Kathy Griffin remark. No. Sure, I said, hey, you know what?
I'm just saying,
let's go
from you. I do think sometimes he's a little mean. Is a little disingenuous feeling. I think sometimes, Kathy, she's a little mean.
Well, if that voice is...
That's you.
Hello?
No, that was you. Okay.
Captain. Oh, Captain, they were going about 4 degrees starboard.
What the hell?
Captain, I see an approaching ship. I want to do an old-timey thing.
You want to be Jonathan Winters and you're Shelley Winters.
and that's a reference that I bet only 2 people know. No, more than 2 people.
Yeah, we skew older.
We do skew. Do they skew our...
they do. They skew us to old.
By demographic?
Yeah.
They do not.
They don't.
On iTunes, Google search, Google Analytics.
So how's Seattle?
I love Seattle so much. I have always enjoyed going there. This was a total joy. I did 2 shows one night at what used to be called Giggles.
Yeah. And now it's Laughs. What is it?
Did you play Giggles?
No, I never did.
All right, so Giggles changed to Jiggles.
A strip club?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to sneeze.
And we'll be back.
It changed it to Jiggles.
Yeah.
And then he closed after that. It's a whole long story. But anyway, it's always been a weird club.
Then
but
the
I've
Muppets
always
bought it, and it was Fraggles for a while.
It was what?
It was Fraggles for a while.
Fraggles.
Oh, Jesus. Our listeners will get it.
Is that Fraggle Rock?
Yeah.
What is Fraggle Rock? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm
it
not
was
familiar.
a Jim Henson Muppet show on HBO.
So it was the Muppets as musicians?
No.
As the Fraggle family?
As Fraggles.
Did that denote or connote?
Take your cares away, worries for another day, let the music play, down a Fraggle Rock.
Oh, God. Are you telling me it's all in that vein?
That
is awful. It's for kids, though, right? The kids liked it.
Yes, it was for
Well, you're looking at me like this is something that meant something to you.
No, it really didn't, but...
But you know what matters to you?
No.
Your material based on Fraggle Rock.
No, I'm looking at you in a way that it's like suddenly I'm going to have to defend Fraggle Rock's existence
and it
in
just
a
sounds
prosecutorial
like,
way.
Who needs it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So this Fraggle Rock, was it? What was the premise? That they were a family called Fraggles, or the band was called Fraggles?
They were a race of Fraggles.
Please don't go down this road. Yes. Well, I feel bad that I wasn't more into the Muppets, but I wouldn't. How could I be? I'm too old for it, or something.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm dead inside.
And maybe which is your favorite? Did you like the Muppet movie with Ricky Gervais? That's the one I want to see most.
Yeah, for sure. I like the original Muppet movie a great deal.
Yeah, but this one is Ricky Gervais, and he's like magic.
Yeah, exactly. I'm less enamored with that.
He was in one of the Night of the Museums.
Yeah.
I heard he calls in all these things, his acting. He Skypes it in. You know what I'm trying to do now, Josh?
I don't know.
Reopen the wound with Ricky Gervais.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, who would be a new person I could go after that I would really get some...
Kathy Griffin. She seems like she's ripe.
No, I actually was concerned, but if I was so concerned, I would call her or something.
Yeah, I don't think you're anywhere near that concerned.
Well, that's true, but I hope for the best with everybody. You know
sure,
that, right?
I know you, yes.
And I'm not a big fan of not Andy Cohen. Who's the other one that she doesn't like? Andy Levin? Harvey Levin.
No, it was Andy Cohen and Harvey.
Yeah, I don't know
Levin.
why she was going off on Andy. It was like she I know in her career she's perceived many enemies that she's had.
Yeah.
Like for a long time she said he refuses to have me on Letterman. He didn't refuse to have her, he just wasn't booking her. Then he started to book her. But she said she was blackballed from all these shows.
Right.
And she's wrong. Josh, are you trying to gaslight me?
No, Andy. I think it's really important that you're talking about this.
I can say the world's going crazy.
I think it's great that you're finally.
What?
I'm just kidding.
But the world is really going crazy, like in terms of
today was the best day in the past year
because of Trump
of indictments.
Yeah, Trump is.
It was like the first day where the world seemed right side up again to me.
I can't. Yeah, because you know what? You get scared with this whole Trump thing that we know it could be worse than we thought it was, and that somehow he'll get past it with his bullying.
No, I think no one thinks it's going to get better.
He's not going to fire Mueller?
I think he might fire Mueller, or he might just pardon everybody in some crazy...
He could pardon people. It's unbelievable.
Absolutely he could.
Oh, God. Well,
this is why we can't talk about it.
No, you can't, because you know why?
There's
a lot of intrigue with it now.
There's lots of intrigue.
This is the kind of thing, when Watergate happened, I'm probably repeating myself, but I watched it every one of the hearings that summer.
Yeah.
I was so into it. There were two events like that. There was the Boris Spassky, Bobby Fischer match, which I watched every one of them on TV.
Did you understand anything about chess?
I did. I understood chess to an annoying, frustrating degree, where I was okay, but then very quickly people got better than me, which made me very angry. But I wasn't interested in it enough to stick with it. But then I don't think my mind would be the best in that direction. I can't even think one move ahead with my chicken. I can't think one move ahead with my
sentence.
Right. But that was but that year that Fischer beat Spassky in that big match and it was on TV. Oh, it's just incredible. There's a movie about it, a documentary about it.
Yeah.
Because Fischer got crazy at the end. He became an anti-Semite. He was Jewish.
And he was crazy. See what I did.
But that's okay. But that's only that's the upside. What's the anti-Semitism? So
the shows went well in Seattle?
Yeah, I did 2 shows.
Right.
And I had it was like the turnout. Now, you always say I sell out, but it was like, I think they did 2 shows and about 80 people came to both shows.
Yeah.
But they were having fun.
Yeah.
And I got a percentage of the door. Bing, bang, boom.
Boom.
Boom. I'm not going to sell out. I don't know. I only judge it by, did I have a good time and did the club do okay? Right. And I think they did. So that was really fun. And Seattle.
So the review I read online was bullshit.
Whoa, please! You know, I'd be the first one to tell you when I bomb, because if I bomb, I talk about it for months afterwards.
Right, through the set.
I write a book about it. But they have some sweet marijuana up there. Oh my God!
Better than here?
Well, I don't. No, nothing's better.
Well, you don't get to go into the stores here.
I don't get to go to the stores, but I had sour diesel.
Oh, that's a delight.
And I had vapey things, which I'm still on the fence on. And then they had dabs.
Well, the vapey things, when you're in a hotel room, are a godsend.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
But then I don't know, am I high or am I just enjoying the repetitive motion?
Who cares, really? Enjoy is kind of the key word there.
It's so great. But then it's so terrible to have the urge to bring the pot back with me, which I haven't done.
Yeah, that's just dumb.
Because it's ridiculous. I'm going back to a place that's 1 month away from legalization.
And a wash and pot no matter what.
And I'm a wash and pot. But I have to somehow put these mints in my shoes.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. That they have a lot of things that I don't know if, like pot mints.
Yeah. What about them?
I don't know if they work. Like you do 8 of them and they equal a certain thing.
Well, it depends on the dose. They'll say how much is in each mint.
They say, sure, but you can't go by that.
Well, no, because it's still the Wild West, my friend. Pew, pew, pew.
But it was very nice up there. The weather was fantastic. Those are nice people in Seattle. Those aren't people who voted for Trump.
No, not many of them.
Yeah.
But you get outside of Seattle and there's plenty of them.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true with any major city.
That's true.
I burped almost.
You
Please
did. It was
remove
kind
that.
it was kind of an innie.
Yeah, please remove that because I'm not one of these shock jocks.
No.
Like you support. What'd you do this whole last week?
I did some writing. I did the other podcast. I did.
Why do you keep talking about this other podcast? You told me you were going to stop doing it.
Well, Jennifer Tilly was on the other day.
Oh my God, I love her.
Yeah, so it's better than this
She
podcast.
is sexy, and then she's also plays poker.
Right.
Did you talk about poker at all?
We talked about everything, or she talked about.
Why do you make it like she's your new friend? And
I think she's my new friend. That's why.
and was it hard to concentrate?
No, she was great. She was
She's so sexy. She's very sexy.
very sexy, very funny,
Yeah,
very charming.
But is it sexist for me to say that she's sexy?
I don't know.
Probably is.
I don't
There's
think
something
so.
creepy about me.
Yeah, but
when-
she's made an effort to cultivate sexiness. In
yeah,
her,
but there's
as
something
part of her
creepy about
image.
me whenever I talk about sexual things.
No, that's true.
Yeah, that's separate.
Anything sexual
That's separate from
does
me.
not work with you.
But I also
said
like
your wife on your wedding night.
you have to remind me. That's how over I am with that bit.
Yeah,
Said my wife at my wedding night. I go, oh yeah, I didn't do my classic bit.
yeah.
I also liked Meg Tilly when she was in The Big Chill, but I don't think I can watch The Big Chill now.
No, it's pretty unbearable.
It's bad, right?
I watched it.
Did you like it when you first saw it?
Yeah, but I was 12 or something. It was okay.
It
I
really
literally
is.
saw it with my parents. I think.
That was one of those movies where I liked the individual actors so much that I think I filled in the story.
But if you watch it now, it just goes 80s.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the 80s.
Well, the central conceit of them bragging that the music's better is even hard to watch.
Yeah,
And isn't Jeff Rosenblum? He writes for People magazine.
Jeff Goldblum.
Why is he Rosenblum? I had to make him more Jewish. There's nobody more Jewish than him, so he could be Rosenblum.
Could you up-Jew him a little bit?
Rosenberg.
I did that. I grew up in St. Louis Park, Minnesota. And then one of the jokes I did the other night was not my joke. It was a joke that was around when I was growing up because it was a very Jewish suburb. So, the city of flowers. There's a Rosenblum on every corner.
Why do I laugh at that?
Because it's funny.
I thought you were going to do an Ethel Rosenberg joke.
That would
Rosenbergs.
Who am I? Seb Gorka?
So, do you think Sebastian Gorka, do you think he has a maniacal laugh? He has everything else.
He has a maniacal everything.
You will find out.
It's like
We used to-
it is just douchebag cosplay with him.
What is his costume?
Douchebag. Nazi douchebag. Sorry.
This is why this time period is troubling, because you could take any one of these examples from the past and that would be enough. Like one Sebastian Gorka. This administration has everything. Everything horrible.
It has every flavor of
You got the
evil.
racist attorney general.
Right.
Ha! I'm a tiny racist. Ha! I'm a tiny racist.
I just saw your face when you went, ha!
Ha!
I don't have any more impression than that.
Hi, ma'am. Have you heard about my racism? I'm a tiny racist.
Good people don't smoke marijuana.
Oh, is that him?
That's him.
Oh, my God. And before he said that, I thought he was pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I keep thinking he's going to crack down on us, but maybe he's going to be gone soon, right?
God, I hope so.
He can't
I'm sure
survive this administration.
I don't know if this administration can survive this administration.
Oh, God.
God, I hope
what a
not.
mess, Josh.
It's a mess, Andy.
Do you think that...
What have we gotten ourselves into here?
I think we should... I don't know. I'm worried, and then I'm numb from worry.
Yeah.
I worry. I'm worried about that. I watch the cable too much still. But that's not just cable. I'm not doing anything that I need to be doing more things that don't involve watching the TV.
That's probably true for all of us.
Is that true for you, or do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't sit and watch TV. But it's on all the time.
Right. And how often do you meditate?
I don't ever meditate.
I have meditated.
Yeah.
But I want to be able to meditate so that I don't have to lie about it. And say I do it a certain amount of times.
So twice then.
And then running I'm supposed to do again. Something.
Who says that?
One of the doctors.
I don't know. I don't know that he said you should run. Maybe he said you should go walking. I'm guessing.
I wanted to go walking. I thought it was a big shot because I was walking. But he's claiming that there's a certain amount, that there's a certain cholesterol that you can only improve by getting your heart beat up.
Right.
Do you get your heart beat up?
I get it. Yeah, I don't do like hardcore aerobics, but I do.
You know what? Until you said
I work hard.
I'm glad you qualified that because I really saw you as a guy who I'm driving along Santa Monica Boulevard, and you're looking, and you're in the front. You're showing off in the window of the gym.
Yeah, no, that's not me.
There are those people. That's got to be. If you join a gym where you're all looking outside,
yeah.
What is that? What's the deal?
I don't know. I think it's L.A. and people are happily presentational.
That's true. Maybe they're attractive, and that's why I'm angry.
I think that might be it.
I am going to sign up for Nautilus.
Make sure you get your leg warmers clean.
Now, what's that?
Just another
Capizio's
old 80s.
Now,
workout.
Susan was so excited when she heard that you have an actual trick-or-treat situation.
Yeah.
You'll have it tomorrow, right?
We will indeed.
It's going to be busy. Was anybody coming tonight? No, right? It has to be Halloween, right?
It's Halloween. I'm not
not
candy.
buying
I'm
that.
not giving candy to anybody who comes tonight.
I love when you...
If you thought you were leaving with candy, you are sadly mistaken.
Are you telling me you have the candy?
I have candy.
Don't you think I should make sure they're healthy? I know you're giving away candy, razor blades that are made out of candy. Ha ha! In an apple, you just take them out, but they don't hurt you.
Yeah.
But the kids love it.
Yeah.
Here's what I learned from Thanksgiving. It's not Thanksgiving, from Halloween when I was a kid. Don't take anything unwrapped. So, like what you do is you have you'll make a sandwich, half goes here.
Right.
But did you ever? Is that unwrapped thing true?
Well, I don't know. It depends on your age. Because I was talking to Chris Bliss, who's older than even you.
God.
And he was talking about
even you. I missed that.
He was talking about when he was a kid, he grew up in like D.C. And it was like there was like a family on the block that would invite kids into their house and give them hot dogs and stuff on Halloween.
That's going the other way.
That's the real generational difference.
Well,
because even when I was growing up, you didn't take sausage from strangers.
Well, also, I don't want a hot dog on Halloween night. Do you?
No. Well, I was fat, and yeah, I probably
No, I wanted candy.
I think the protein boost would have been nice. That's
true. But I remember the years where I'd count the candy, and did you parse it out to yourself?
I did a full inventory. That's for sure.
I have 3 Mary Janes.
Yeah, I didn't actually write it down. But
that's a terrible candy, right? The Mary Jane.
Again, it's an age thing. Mary Janes didn't make it all the way down to me.
Maybe they're Mary Worths.
Sky King Crunch. No, we didn't have that.
But you had those wax bottles that had liquid in them?
Those were still around, sort of, yeah.
Why? Those are terrible. They're a terrible thing.
Nibs, I think they were called.
Yeah, nibs.
Yeah.
I used to love them at one point.
Yeah, because it was a gimmick.
Yeah, you bite into it, and there's like sweet, sugary thing. I'm sure it was good for you.
Yeah, the best.
And wax whistles.
Wax whistles?
Wax whistles was a whistle you could blow into and it would make a sound, and then you could eat it in some weird way.
We actually had whistle pops, which were suckers or, lollipops made.
I think you were the suckers.
That was a major innovation. That was a major candy breakthrough, was the molding the actual candy into a whistle.
That's true. Well, I used to love when they have a small bag of gold.
Oh, that was the best. Yeah.
Yeah, that was bubble gum. Well, not bubble gum, it was gum.
Right, but it was actual gold. The gold coins, you mean? Like chocolate gelt?
No, these were like in a small, like it looked like a sack.
Yeah.
Like a sack of gold that you had.
It's gold, I tell you, it's gold!
But it's actually little pieces of gum.
Yeah.
And it was exciting the first year.
Right. Is it but the same as like little chocolate coins for Hanukkah?
No. No,
How is
because
it different?
Well, because what is that?
Because it's gum, I know. But
Because it's gum.
right.
Well, chocolate's not gum.
Right. But
Where
it's
did
still,
you? What kind of childhood did you
I'm talking
have?
about the chocolate coins.
We went to a
No,
podcast.
finish this.
We went to a podcast coach, and he said that we need to have more arguments.
I want to know about the gum coins.
Okay, the gum coins were yellow or gold.
Were they in gold foil?
No.
Okay, there.
So you opened up the sack, like as if you were carrying a sack on your back.
Yeah, that's a lot of gum.
And inside, but it was only this big.
Yeah.
Like this big.
Okay.
But now I'm wondering, was that part wrapped? No, I don't think it was.
I wanted a gum bindle.
What is that?
Bindle is that the handkerchief full of stuff on a stick, like an old cartoon hobo.
An old cartoon hobo.
Yeah, that's the best I could describe it.
Joel said he had a great time at the. I'm going to put Joel on the particular show.
I heard that.
What do you think of that?
I think that's fantastic.
I love that he's excited about it.
Yeah, he's super pumped. He even went into the set the other night, and I said, "How did it feel to actually have jokes when you did a set?" And he's like, "It felt great."
And he enjoyed it too?
Yeah, he had a good time.
He's hilarious.
He's got jokes now. He's got a set,
He was.
and they're not from 1979.
I always loved him early on because he was such a curmudgeon.
Yeah.
People think I'm a curmudgeon. Would you say he's a curmudgeon or I'm a curmudgeon, or I don't know what the word means?
I'll go with C, I guess, in this case. No, Joel everyone called him Grandpa when I moved out here.
He was,
That was 25 years ago. So.
Yeah, he was old before his time.
Yeah.
But now he's younger in a way.
He's younger now because he has a 10-year-old that he's 50 years older than.
Oh, my God. You sound like you're pitching a sitcom to me.
Yes.
He's 60, she's 10?
Yes.
I'm Dickens, he's Fenster?
Right.
I want to apologize to America for the ad-libs that I did tonight. They just weren't good. I kept thinking, I'll keep it up-tempo. And when I started the show,
I'll sell it with rhythm, he thought.
I told you, at the top of the show, I was like, I am Mr. Humor.
I've got it.
I'm the laugh machine. Then about 40 minutes
Finally
in,
bottled it.
I wanted to kill myself.
Yeah.
And then what do? I look over at you for help.
Right.
It's
That
like
was a
looking
mistake.
at, you know.
Big mistake there.
You don't even have a life preserver.
No, I have a rock.
Yeah, that's the only thing about this podcast is that if one of us is down, you can't count on the other one bringing us back up.
Which one? Who's down? You're down.
I was down
You
40
got
minutes
down.
in.
Right.
Couldn't you tell when you looked in my eyes?
Well, yeah, but there's always a certain dead inside quality I'm looking across the table at.
Oh, that hurts my feelings.
Oh, like you have them.
Oh. I think you have taken an improv class. It sounds like you're working faster. Is that true? See, none of these other podcasts can execute these hilarious bits. Are we climbing up in our listenership?
Not a lick.
Why is that a good sign?
It is static.
Why can't hey, if you're listening right now,
Tell some people.
tell some people, we want to continue to bring this to
We
you.
do. This is it's time,
For free.
It's time for reckoning at the 6-month point, isn't it?
Yeah, what's the deal? I hear you
Meet
people.
us halfway, people.
Okay, I'm going to go 3 more weeks, and if then I'm going to put the paywall. Because I've heard the paywall
let's
is
just
what
stop
gets
I think that's what killed this.
No.
That's what stunted our growth was this paywall time.
You've been listening to the Thought Spiral. What would you think if we stopped right now and we had you call up a number and donate $10 to us? Would that be good?
Yes, let's do a telethon episode.
If you like to see the programming, that Thought Spiral, and this is not free.
You know what? Don't even start because for the next probably 2 months,
You'll get emails.
No, I'm pumping the movie. The movie comes out in a month, December 5th.
My God!
I need you to kill.
And
I'm making a direct request to all Thought Spiral listeners to buy a copy of the
it's
movie.
called Okay, so how is it going to be released?
It'll be released on iTunes and Amazon. It'll be for download and rent, buy or rent. Amazon.
Can you buy it in a
iTunes.
physical form?
I don't think so. I think it's just download right now.
Yeah.
Google it'll be on. It'll be a pay-per-view on cable systems and stuff.
Pay-per-view? You mean like you have to pay $70 or something?
Yeah, $70, Andy. Yes.
You're charging as much as they charge for the big fight?
Yes.
That's a guy who doesn't know about sports. Hey,
so
the big
keep an
fight
eye
this
out
week.
keep an eye out for the movie I Need You to Kill, and I'll be plugging it weekly.
Now, this movie, I Need You to Kill, you wanted to interview me for the movie.
I did for a second.
And then now I noticed it didn't happen.
No, I thought better of it.
So you didn't want it to be funnier, the movie?
No, I did.
You didn't want it to be... It's so ridiculous. This is the lowest quality insult humor. Either way, on both ways. I blame myself for this. I did want it to be funny.
Here's what happened is I was going to interview you and Jackie Cation on the same day.
Oh.
And then Jackie Cation had a car accident that day.
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's fine now. And so I had to cancel the shoot that day. And then by the time I could reschedule it, I had reconsidered.
You know, this is really...
The structure.
You know, when they do the making of the film, like Hearts of Darkness,
yeah,
it's going to be a great story about how... Because it absolutely shows you couldn't care less. That I'm considered by many people a comics comic.
Right.
I could have given that, you could cut back to me.
I needed a people's comic.
No, you don't. You need to cut back to me and go, you know what? Words and music. Words and music. What's that from?
I don't remember.
Oh, come on. How quickly we forget Eddie and the Cruisers. Did you see
On the dark side.
Don't.
Yeah. The dark side is coming now. Nothing is real. You'll never know just how I feel. Out of the shadow, she walks like a dream. Make me feel crazy, make me feel so mean. Nothing's gonna save you from a love that's blind. Slip to the dark side across that line.
Oh,
on the dark side.
Yeah.
I played that in my high school band.
Oh my God!
Not like my high school rock band, cover band.
Well, what band did I think it would have been?
I didn't know if you thought it was like the marching band.
I don't see you in a marching band. That is great. Now, Eddie and the Cruisers, I have to admit, I liked the movie when it came out, and I was probably 30.
Yeah.
And one of the lines, I know it's not a great movie, but who's the cool guy in the movie? Eddie's the cool guy, right?
Eddie, yeah.
Yeah. But one point, he turns to someone, or they turn to him and go...
Cruiser, probably.
Right. What's that? They turn to him and they go, words and music. Words and music. That's from the first movie.
Wow, that's really...
And I thought that was so deep. Now, there were two movies, right? I tried to watch...
there was Eddie Lives.
I tried to watch Eddie Lives once on TV. I couldn't get through it.
Yeah. John Cafferty said the same thing.
Who was he?
He was on the dark side.
Is he a musician?
John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, who did that song.
How is that different from John Fogerty?
Because it's a whole different person.
And do I know that band?
Yes.
Did they do...
They did. Dark side's coming now. Nothing. There wasn't really an Eddie and the Cruisers, is what I'm saying.
What?
And
I thought it was a biopic.
That song was played by... Never mind.
On the dark side. But wait, did you know their name before the movie?
I knew concurrently because the music video came out.
Oh, that's right. Those were the days. I started to watch, which I highly recommend. It's that 4-hour Tom Petty thing.
It's a great movie.
And I don't know if we've talked about it, but it's so great.
Yeah.
2 hours in.
Yeah.
And then we had to watch something else. But I love it so much.
It's really great. Yeah. No, I really use that doc as model for my other doc, my music doc.
I also watched Gary Shandling interview Tom Petty online somehow.
Yeah, it was like a box set.
It was so great.
Yeah.
He lived across the street from him, I think. They lived nearby.
And they were sitting in Petty's studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you could tell that Petty
they're both fucking dead. It's crazy.
I know. I didn't think about that. Some people think I'm dead just looking at the growth of this podcast.
Yeah. Well, at least it's a time capsule. It'll last for all time now.
When do we go to buy phony listeners? When do we start that?
I don't know. How can you?
Well, you can buy.
I'm on board.
Well, you know how they say that you can you can buy Twitter. Like Joe Mandy, the hilarious Joe Mandy, he went out and he advertised that he was going to buy followers.
Yeah.
And so then he got 1 million fake followers. But they say that Trump has a lot of fake followers.
Like half, it looks like.
And then whenever they show one of his tweets, half of them are like egg things. It's not even. They haven't even gone to try and make it look like a real account.
Right.
Doesn't that steam you?
I think it's awesome if he thinks he's reaching more people than he is.
You do?
Yeah.
You told me, and I don't know if we can talk about this in the air, but you told me you really are turning around on him.
Yes. And
you told me, and I don't know if you want me to repeat this, that you actually were attracted to him sexually, and that's what made the difference. How old am I? My whole life have made fun of dick humor, penis jokes.
Right. But when it comes to shit, you're off the train. That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
You don't do shit jokes at all.
I don't. I really don't. I've tried to do you know what? I think it has to do with that I had some bad experience. I didn't like the public latrine.
But you always use words like penis and vagina. Like
but I make it sound delightful.
Yeah.
I make it sound delightful.
Like a delightful child.
I'm the new Jerry Lewis. I'm the Jewish answer to Jerry Lewis. Is he Jewish?
I don't think so.
I think he was.
Are you really? Oh, we'll have to look it up.
I don't really know. I'm much better now at admitting that I don't really know. Where in the old days I would insist.
Yeah, no, he was Jewish as hell.
Oh, he was Jerry Leibowitz or something, wasn't he? Or is that John Stewart?
That's John Stewart was John Leibowitz.
But he's not Jerry Lewis. There's no way his real name is Jerry Lewis.
No, he had a different name.
Louis Jerry.
Yes, we'll go with that.
Now, why didn't we have a stage name? We could have come up with a stage name. You notice how no one would know.
Thought Spiral.
No, but I'm saying no one would know we were Jewish if my name was Andy Roman. And you were Josh
White,
who was a musician.
Yeah.
You knew that, right?
Yeah, I used it as there was a woman trying to get my phone number, like a woman at Jerry's drunk old woman trying to, because she was like,
attracted.
You're in show business. I have a script idea. What's your number? It was that.
And you gave her a phony number?
Yeah, and a phony name.
Oh, Josh White?
Yes.
Because
I already said Josh.
Oh, you had to go. And did you go with a 555 thing, or you went with fake numbers?
I went a little better than that, but
you went with fake numbers.
I did go fake number. Oh God, yes.
Well, no, but fake numbers that you hid. You didn't say 555 5555.
Exactly. Someone got a call.
Someone had an opportunity to make a script happen.
Opportunities calling.
So what's the script about? It's a guy about a guy who lives outside of him. He lives outside of him.
It's
about a guy who lives outside of him. It's about a guy from Rochester. I live outside of him. You're having trouble saying the B word? Yes, that's what we're going to. It'll be better when it's Rochester.
Beverly, West LA.
I knew. Did we do this before, or I knew you were going to say West LA?
Well, geographically, that kind of made sense.
Oh man, I can't believe how good we are. We're back. We're like Lennon and McCartney if they didn't write songs.
That's right. I was all day. I was thinking of you in a way all day because I was thinking, Andy.
You were doing like a parody song all day?
I was all day.
Well, wish you could now. You know what song I never want to hear again? Andy. I already forgot my parody song that I came up with.
A bummer.
Do you know what it was?
Yeah.
It was, I had a song. And
bang.
Bang, bang. I shot you down. Now that song, bang, bang, I shot you down, bang, bang on. Why was that? How could something that bad? First of all, who was that? Was that Buffy?
No idea.
Is it Buffy St. Marie?
I don't know.
The song is bang, bang.
I saw Buffy St. Marie live once, opening for Randy Newman.
If we ever do a show of unremarkable sightings, I want that to be one of the main ones.
That's pretty remarkable, I thought.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Exactly.
I forgot now.
Blew your fucking mind.
You know, Donovan was my third grade teacher.
Really? What? Buffy St. Marie.
Buffy St. Marie.
Yes.
But
she was really boring.
A lot of those songs
really boring.
Those songs don't hold up. The songs that were from the The 60s folk songs?
No.
Little boxes on the hillside, boop, boop, boop. And where have all the flowers gone? My question is, don't worry, I won't launch into my late 60s material.
There was a parking lot. Now it's all covered with daisies.
You got it. You got it.
Mr. Discount Store, Dairy Queens, and 7-Eleven.
You got it. And then what's the last one? I can't get used to this lifestyle.
Don't leave me stranded here. I can't get used to this lifestyle.
Now, folks, if you're interested in the musical Andy Thought Spiral, Tune Spiral, you could definitely hire us. And what do we offer? We come to your house.
And we do parts of songs.
This was a parking lot. Now it's a peaceful oasis.
This month we'll be featuring Jose Feliciano's Feliz Navidad.
Do you know?
Feliz Navidad.
Now, who sang the theme song to Chico and the Man? Do you happen to know?
I'm Jose Feliciano.
Really?
Yes. Why?
And did he sing? So he sounded like Chico. Did he say it like that?
He did actually, but I kind of remember it a little differently.
How did it go? Hey ho,
hey ho.
Don't be discouraged. The man, he ain't so hard to understand.
Hee-haw.
If you try now, I know that you can lend a helping hand.
Now, what was did the White Shadow have a song?
White Shadow had a it had a instrumental.
Da 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 da. No, that's Sanford.
Yeah.
Well, people, we went. This was
Annoying. I think annoying is
no.
going to sum it up for
but
people.
ho. Now, what was the other song that he had a big hit with? Light my fire, light my fire, light my fire. Oh yeah.
Feliz Navidad.
Bum 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 bum.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
Felicidad.
I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
I want to wish. You know what? I dare you to leave these things in.
They're in.
Sue
They're
me.
in, mother.
Come and sue us.
Exactly.
Jose Feliciano's estate. He's still alive,
I
right?
think he's still alive, yeah.
I wish I could write a song like that they used to write for sitcoms.
Like a theme song?
Yeah, like Welcome Back, Kotter.
Welcome back.
Bang, bang.
Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back.
How do I know that you're not going to cut this part? This is going to be like, finally.
Do you want it in?
I do.
Okay, then it's in.
The ways that the schmaze and the schmooby-doo.
And the whoosh, maybe-doo, the ba-ba-ba.
I saw Gabe Kaplan.
Yeah.
I did a reading of a play.
I opened for
And-
Gabe Kaplan once
Where?
in Minneapolis.
Did we talk about this
I
before?
think we did.
He's very nice. I love him.
He was nice. He wasn't dripping with personality.
I love that show when I was a kid. I
I
loved
did
him.
too, yeah.
And he's a great poker announcer.
And a player too.
They call me a player.
Do they? But not in the poker world.
No, I say don't hate the play. I say don't hate the player, hater. I say player, don't hate the. What did they say? Don't hate the player, hater. I don't understand what those expressions mean when they refer to themselves seriously as a player,
Yeah.
and then they refer to the other people as haters.
Don't hate the players calling themselves player haters.
Yeah, that's right. That. And you said that one time you told me that we could run out of ideas. I proved you wrong again.
Exactly.
Every night with my player hater chunk.
That's right.
So, I don't think we've done enough for the show.
I think it's probably true that we haven't. We certainly haven't done enough, in terms of actual nutrition.
You mean like, do you use that metaphor like we're feeding our audiences?
Yeah, I'd like to think that people feel a little
We're your
more nourished after the show than before.
but we don't recommend that you stop eating.
No, I do not use as actual nutrition.
We can use us as a comedy replacement, meal replacement comedy
Right.
card thing. Now, anything else you
And
have?
we'll also help you raise your CoQ10.
On Saturday, what is it that on the AM radio? I think it's Sunday, maybe, where every hour is bought up by somebody. It's not a regular show, They go this ginkgo biloba for 3 hours, and there's people like just calling. Oh, I couldn't believe it with the ginkgo biloba. I drank it for a week, and I grew a third head.
Wow.
Do you know what I'm referring to?
No, but I'm enjoying this little world you're crafting.
In the old days, AM radio used to be big. Mm-hmm. It's not so big anymore. Mm-hmm. So on the weekends, I think they don't even have regular shows sometimes. And the show will be a 3-hour show about vitamins.
Like paid programming.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
I could have cut to the chase quicker with this.
It could have. There was a 2-word phrase for the 3 minutes you just did.
Oh, yeah, but I don't see you jumping in to help out.
I did. I came in with paid programming.
But those were the days. I think podcasts are like how talk radio used to be when I was a kid. I don't know. All of my examples are wrong.
Well, I think there's a commonality between this and talk radio.
No, but
I can't put my finger on what it is, but
there's talk.
Oh.
But when I was a kid, I used to remember, like, I lived in New York, so I thought that I listened to these stations. Like, what would I listen to in New York?
WOR. There was WOR radio, right?
Well, there was WRTV.
Joe Franklin, did you listen to?
I did watch a lot. I've watched a lot of Joe Franklin in my life and never really knew even that it was a show. I mean, I knew it was a show,
You
but
thought it was paid programming.
I didn't know how it came on. You know what I mean? It was just occasionally he was there. He was there during the hours when Mike Douglas would be on or Merv Griffin.
Yeah.
I never quite understood why those were afternoon shows. They had different sensibility to them.
Right. They did, definitely.
Like I hear someone call my grandmother, "Did you see Mike Douglas with the potato latkes?" I didn't know what she was talking about.
Yeah.
She knew.
It was always they never attracted me when I was a kid.
Was Mike Douglas regional or was he a national person?
Oh, he was national.
And he did look exactly like Merv Griffin.
No, but
you could see how I thought so.
They cast the same silhouette pretty much.
But Mike Douglas is the one who had John Lennon on, right?
Yeah, John and Yoko
cool.
co-hosted.
That's got to be
for
cool.
a week. They would do, he would do co-host for a week. I like Mike, entertaining, fascinating. I like Mike, he's the utmost with his co-hosts. I like Mike.
Is his song?
No.
Oh, what is that from?
Of course it's his song.
Mike Douglas had a song?
It was like a jingle from his ads.
Now, I have to do something. My lips are peeling off of me, so I hope I don't look too bad.
Yeah.
But why is that happening? Am I a snake?
I don't know. It's a side effect to one of the drugs you're taking.
The fluoxetine?
I think it's the fluoxetine.
Which is Prozac. My mouth is more dry, and I'm an old man. That's my big worry.
Yeah.
Who did I see on TV who looked that way? Oh, Carter Page was on.
Oh, my God.
Rachel Maddow.
On
Chris Hayes. And he had a lot of... Did you just notice that? He had a lot of white...
He had everything that saps credibility.
He shouldn't go on TV shows. There's no reason for him to go on. I'm uncomfortable watching him.
I actually tweeted to Chris Hayes. Chris Hayes, I think you just cut off Carter Page right before he turned to the camera and screamed, "Don't trust me!"
I know. He's like, first of all, you want to like him because he's such a nutcase.
Well, it's like he's doing an Andy Dick character or something.
Right. He's like, I'm the guy who's involved with all the horrible things.
I'm hilariously uncredible.
Yeah.
So were there any talks about the Russians in the emails? Well, there might have been. There's a lot of emails, and there might have been. It could have happened. I don't know.
Nobody is advising him to do this, right?
My God, no one's smart.
Well, Roger Stone does that, too. He goes on shows and starts to pretend he's not a nut.
But that seems like a different complex going on.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know how Carter Page's numbers... You think he's going to be one of these guys who's arrested? He's got to be, right?
I don't know what he's doing.
He would go to Russia. First of all, they all went to Russia, and they were making money in Russia. You had Jill Stein. It's like a nightmare what's happened. Why do I have to look at the footage of Michael Flynn and Jill Stein is sitting next to her? It's all a prank on me? Is that what this whole time period is?
That seems to be what it's shaping up to be.
That's all I need.
Exactly.
Well, I have to say, though, that I do feel better today. Like you were saying, you feel better?
Yeah.
This is the first day I felt like I could see this. Like, I think he's going to get impeached. And not only that, but we're going to find out. My predictions are the money, because they say that he probably has his tax returns now.
Trump's.
Mueller.
Right, has
He's
Trump's.
going to have everything that you think that he has, including dead people under his bed. I don't know if that's what you thought. He's got them.
I thought he filled his I thought he stuffed his mattresses with the dead people and kept the money under the bed.
Is that what the sleep number counts? Is how many dead people?
Yes.
Now, how do you remove this part of our podcast every week?
I don't.
And you don't sweeten it at all?
Oh, I sweeten it. There's always the laugh track.
That would be good.
Wouldn't it?
Or at least some wacky sounds.
Yeah.
If there are people still listening, I want you to know that I came here with a good attitude, and then Josh every time I would try and be funny, Josh would kick me under the table. And he's worn me down. I came in here fresh as a fiddle. Is it fresh as a fiddle?
No.
Fit as a fiddle.
Yeah.
I don't even know fiddles worked out.
Ha ha! You did bring the gold, didn't you, baby?
It's wordplay. Welcome back to wordplay. I can't think of one word.
That's it.
Don't forget to write us at Thought Spiral. And I actually answered several emails.
That's not how you write us, though. ThoughtSpiralShow@gmail.com would be.
Oh, ThoughtSpiralShow@gmail. Why is it that? Why is everything a problem? Why can't I just...
I don't know.
Use Siri to do this. Now, have you been coming up with good endings?
I have, always. That's really how I spend most of my weeks.
It's a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure. Do you think it's time to pull the cord?
I don't know. I'm willing to let you... why don't you tell me... I'm willing to let you go longer. Like I'm in charge? Andy. Is your health good, though? That's all I want. Okay.
My health is good. I was just ending it on Andy, and you jumped
Oh,
in.
okay.
It's over now.
Do you...
I have to have a whole other idea.
I think you're doing a trip with me now, because you can you know whether you want to end it or not.
No, I'm ready to end it. I'm just trying to find a way.
This is the worst comment.
I don't want you here longer, if that's what you're asking.
What? So, Josh, maybe this will be one of those shows that doesn't end.
I think they all feel that way. Why not go with it?
Why don't we make this one end like my career? Fade out.